Sure. Mountain pose. Begin grounding down. Notice the four corners of the feet. Lift up all your toes and plant them down one by one. Gently find an inversion and eversion. Ankles inward towards each other and upward away from each other. Find a proper position for you, for the feet to ground down. Focus to your knees. Gently bend your knees. And turn your knees inward towards each other. And then knees outward away from each other. Back to the neutral position. Focus to the pelvis. Tucking the pelvis down, tailbone towards the ground and forward. Do a posterior tilt. And then do an anterior tilt, tailbone towards the back. And then a couple more rounds. Move the pelvis forward and back. And notice the subtle sensations at your lower back. And find your proper position where you feel the less at your lower back. So you find the neutral position, begin shifting the hips left and right, and nice and mild. Not a lot of range of motion. Just checking in with the joints, with the low back, with the body in general. Then back to the center. And begin drawing a circle. Hips forward and to the right. Hips back to the left. Get nice and mild. Don't need to move a lot to feel a lot. And find your Ujjayi breathing. Inhale, move the hips forward and to the right, same direction. Exhale, hips to the back and to the left. 3 more. Now the other direction. Inhale forward and to the left. Exhale, hips back and to the right. Three. Back to the center, neutral position with your pelvis. Roll the shoulders up towards your ears when you inhale. Shoulders back and down when you exhale. Inhale, shoulders forward and up. Exhale, shoulders back and down. On your own pace. Keep your knees micro bend, tailbones slightly tucked down, engaging the lower abdomen. And then bring the right ear to the right shoulder. Gently lift the left ear to the left shoulder. And then change the other side. Now your own pace. Body, muscular system, fascia, the connective tissues are like a chain, making a change at your neck and head. You might feel it lower down to your lower back area, hip area, maybe your feet, Observe the subtle sensation and relax into the motion. When the body is not relaxed, it's hard to observe and notice. And then back to the center when you balance out to both sides. Turn the chin towards the right and then turn to the left. Now your own pace. This one side might be more flexible than the other side. Just soften into the motion, not forcing anything. Next, inhale back to the center and then the arms reach over the head. When you exhale, bring the feet together, knees together. Use the right hand to pull the left wrist towards the right. Find a side bend, but the line of energy is reaching tall and out. And notice you're not only stretching the arm, the side body, also the hip area on the left. Pressing down into your left foot. Soften your face, your jaw. The next exhale, release. Notice the difference between the left and right. Take a one breath in the center. Next, inhale. Both of your arms reach tall. Left hand grab your right wrist. Pull down. Find the line of energy reaching tall and out. Find that chain in the body where you can feel the right hand, the fascia, the muscles, stretching, opening, creating an impact to the body. Exhale, release. Notice the difference or the balance. On your next inhale, arms reach out towards the ceiling. Exhale, swan dive into forward. Stay a little bit at your forward. Take a moment to find your alignment. Forward fold is not about having the legs straight and then you have a big hunch the back. Every time you come to this position, you're stretching more of your lower back. We do want to stretch lower back at some point, but not in this way. So to make it more about the glutes and hamstrings, which will benefit the lower back, you're going to bend your knees. Bend as much as you can until your belly can touch your thigh. So take a moment to bend the knees, having the belly coming down to your thighs. And then gradually straighten up your knees without having the belly off of your thighs. Now you feel your hamstrings, muscles behind your thighs. Maybe some behind your knees, that's okay, as long as it's not too much. And then bring the chin down to the chest, so you feel the hanging of the head. This is your inversion. Hips over the heart, heart open. And this is your forward fold. On your next inhale, we lift up torso halfway. And this is where you bring the torso parallel to the ground. And do some cat and cow with your spine. See if you can find a cow pose, which is a back bend. Bring the shoulders backwards, upwards towards the ceiling. And this you'll feel more on your hamstring and glutes. The spine is long. The crown of the head is reaching forward as much as you can. So this is not a cat pose, not a hunched position, but a back bend, shining the chest and the collarbones. Very good. This is your halfway lift. Try to remember this feeling. On your next exhale, bring the hands down to the ground and walk your feet back into a high plank. In sun salutation of the Ashtanga tradition, there's no plank. You go directly into chaturanga. But today we do it slowly. The shoulders over the wrist, And you find plank with your torso. The body is parallel to the ground. When you're lowering down, bend your elbows and leaning the body forward. And then have your upper arm parallel to the ground. This might be a lot. So what you can do is to drop down the body completely to the ground. The body is nice and soft and relaxed. And then push up the torso into your cobra pose. And there's a difference between cobra and upper facing dog. If you're doing a cobra pose, your pelvis is on the ground. This is more of a back strengthener. When you're here, you feel a lot. Lower back, middle back, and upper back. And then not so much other area, maybe arms. And bring the torso down. You can also do this pose without your arms. You can think of cobra has no arms, right? So back muscle. If this is too much for your lower back, do a little less. Now, upper facing dog is the upper body strengthener. This is where not only your pelvis is off the ground, but also your knees are off the ground. Toes are pointing. Push the shoulders back and down away from your ears. Good. So every time you come to this position, choose one that does not hurt your lower back, that feels good, that can flow with your postures. On your next exhale, push back with your hips into downward facing dog. For a little less in your downward facing dog, you can walk your feet wide and forward, almost like a straddle forward fold. Again, this is more about stretching hamstrings, glutes, and the calves, maybe even your plantar, and less about strengthening the upper body. If you want a little more strengthening, consider finding the normal distance, forming a triangle where the tailbone up towards the ceiling. How do you get the tailbone up? Bending your knees, belly towards your thighs. From here, lift up the tailbone a little more, a little more, a little more. Chest is not completely pressed down to the ground. That might put your shoulder in a weird position, but your chin is down towards your chest. So the back of the neck is completely relaxed. On your next inhale, walk the feet forward. Find your halfway lift. That position, that feeling. Take your time to find that cow spine, elongating. Not too much, just for the way it looks, but explore the feelings of the body. The next exhale, forward fold, belly to your thighs. And when you inhale, gradually standing up, mountain and arms reach over the head. And exhale, arms beside your body. This is sun salutation. Let's do it together. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold, belly to your thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upper facing dog or cobra. Exhale, down facing. 3 to 5 breaths. Next, inhale, feet over, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, arms reach up. Exhale, arms beside your body. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. 3 to 5 breaths. Next, inhale, feet forward, halfway lift. Exhale, forward movement. Inhale, rise, arms. Exhale, arms beside you. Now we go to traditional sensation. This is not in the Ashtanga Vinyasa sequence, but this is done a lot. So when you inhale, bend your knees, big toes together, heels 1 inch apart, pushing the knee to pass your toe. And then arms reach tall, pass it. And when you exhale, forward. Inhale, send your right foot back and drop down your right knee. Come up into Anjaliasana. We take a moment here. Awesome pose for lower back. You're stretching the hamstrings on the left side, the glutes on the left side, and then the hip flexors on the right side. This might not be a comfortable pose, so you want to explore the hips left and right, forward and back. Find a place where you can stay. And then square the shoulders, relax the arms. You can have the arms reaching back to form a back bend. This is a little more on the hip flexors. You might not need it. And when you exhale, hands down, lizard pose, bring the left foot back into downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. Here, plank. When you exhale, this is another back bend. You drop down your knees, and then back bend, drop down your chest and your chin. So this is called an 8-point posture. Your hips are up in the air. Asht means 8, Ashtangasana, 8-limb posture. Your chin, your chest, your knees, your toes, and your hands. If you add all that together, it should be 8, touching the ground. On your next inhale, you're pushing forward and then up into cobra. And then when you exhale, downward facing dog. 3 to 5 breaths. On your next inhale, the right foot forward. Drop down your left knee. Anjaliasana. Again, take a moment. Check in with feelings and sensations. When you exhale, step forward into a fold. The principle for forward fold is the same. Next inhale, we're standing up, arms reach tall, back bend. And then exhale, palms together to the heart center. Second round, inhale, reach tall and back. Exhale, forward fold. Send your left foot back, inhale, Anjaliasana. Exhale, downward facing dog. Three breaths here. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin, Ashtangasana. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Step your right foot forward. Inhale, Ashangasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, arms reach up. Exhale, palms to the left. More round, inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right foot back, and Vinyasa. Exhale, fold. Downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. 3 to 5 breaths. Inhale, step your left foot forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, palms to the earth. Stay right here for 3 to 5 breaths. Observe. Nice. Inhale, step the left foot back. Right foot back. Find your straddle pose. And then turn the right toes towards the right. Bend your right knee, sliding down with your left hand and reach back. Peaceful warrior. Start to find that same sensation you had at the beginning of the class when you're reaching out and pulling the wrist. You can find a long line on the right side of the body, all the way to the hip. Maybe together with other subtle sensations. There's a muscle at your lower back called a QL, quadratus lumborum. You might be able to stretch that muscle while you're in this position. Maybe offer a little release. 2 more breaths. The next exhale, bring the right hand down, left hand up, extend side angle. Now the left hand down, lift up your back heel, right hand up, twist it. On your next inhale, you're pulling the shoulder and the hand back. That's right. Find the opening in the front of the body. And then reach forward over the head. When you exhale, reach to the right and back. Inhale, pulling up towards the ceiling and forward. Exhale out and back on your own pace now. You're drawing a big circle with the right hand. Be mindful of your left shoulder. Breathe into the hips. Next, exhale both of your hands inside of your right foot and drop down your back knee. Drop down your back toes, pushing the right knee out to the side and sinking down. You can stay right here or drop down your elbows. Inhale, slowly tuck your back toe, lift up your back knee, walk your hands to the center into a straddle forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Stay right here. Notice the difference between the left and right. Now the head down. Next inhale, slowly rise up. Bring the left toe out, pointing to the left. Bend your left knee, sliding down the right hand. And then reach up and back with your left hand. Peaceful warrior. And make your small adjustment to find a whole chain on the left side where you're reaching backwards and upwards. And you can feel that gentle pull at your hip area, lower back area on the left. The next exhale, left hand to your left knee, right hand extend. On your next exhale, right hand down. Lift out your back heel. Left hand reach up. Begin by pulling the arm backwards, opening up the front of the body. And notice where it's stretching, where it's opening at your hip area. On your next inhale, arm reach forward. Exhale, reach out and back. Inhale up towards the ceiling and forward. Exhale out and back in your own pace. The next exhale, both of your hands inside of your left foot. Drop down your back knee, back toes. Lizard pose. Option to sink down your elbows. Pushing the left knee out to the side. Notice the inner thigh stretching. Next exhale, tuck your back toe, lift up your back knee towards the center. Straddle forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Notice the left versus the right. On your next inhale, halfway lift. When you exhale, walk your heel toe in to a garland pose, sinking down the sit bones, elbows inside of your knees. And try to elongate the spine. The crown of the head is reaching tall towards the ceiling. Very good. Stay here for about 5 to 8 breaths. Soften the body. Exhale, slowly shifting left or right, left or right. Hands down. So you can wiggle the toes and the heels out into Skandasana. You can transition other ways. Left and right on your own pace. Make subtle adjustment. Explore something new each time, each breath. Start to find your way to only the left side. Lift up your left heel, lift up your right toes. Just stay here. Find a position that feels good. And the same thing to the other side. Back to the center. Walk your heel toe in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slowly rise, arms reach tall. Exhale, arms beside your body. Shake out the tension, swaying side to side. Allow your arms to be heavy. The momentum and the gravity. Swaying the arms. Allow them to hit your lower back, making a sound. It's one of the Tai Chi method of Song Shen Wu Fa. Just release the tension, muscular tension. This is great for your lower back. Rotation, twisting gently, bringing new, fresh energy. Do this for 1 more minute. Keep your knees bent, feet a little bit wider in the shoulders. And release. Your feet separated. 1 more time, hands at your lower back and push the hips forward, similar to what we did at the beginning, but with the feet separated. And then hips to the right Slight bend of your right knee, but straight out your left leg. Hips back. Both of your knees are straight and the hips to the left. Now on your own pace, drawing a big circle with your hips. The thing about lower back is that it's a very vulnerable place. It's our lumbar spine. That's the one group of bones stacked together to support the body versus the other area like rib cage with more bones to support as we go through the evolution from 4 limbs on the ground to 2 limbs on the ground. Most likely we'll experience lower back pain in our lifetime. The way to improve it is to think about the anatomy, the structure. Lower back is attached, the bone is attached with many muscles. Muscles in the front of the body, muscles in the back of the body. Now you rotate the other direction. The muscles in the front are called the hip flexor groups. Usually for women, lower back pain can be caused by hip flexors being tight from sitting all day. The muscles in the back, a whole group of muscles, glutes, hamstrings. And for men, usually hamstrings are tight in the back. So when it's tight, there are 2 things we can do. One is stretching, one is strengthening. Length is the strength. And then you have muscles on the side. So this motion, nice and slow, you're lubricating the joint, bringing fresh energy to the connective tissues and the muscles. And you feel it. Exhale to the front of your mat. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, tabletop with your knees 1 inch off the ground. Another great thing to do for the lower back is to strengthen the abdominal wall. Since it's vulnerable and there's only one group of bones there, we want to make the muscles as strong as we can to support, to help this area of the body. When the core is strong, less likely you have back issues because the muscle will do the work for you. When the muscle is not strong, then the joints and bones do the compensation. Stay here for 5 more breaths. The next exhale, drop down your knees and the legs forward, elbows on the back, legs straight, knees together, feet together. Lower back is on the ground. Sending the tailbone forward and up to keep your lower back on the ground. 5 more breaths. Pretty good. Going forward, low plank on your elbows. 10 breaths. Soften your face, soften your eyes. Relax your ears, relax your jaw. 3 more breaths. Exhale, drop down your knees, tabletop, with the right hand forward, left foot back. Super. Opposite hands and leg. The next exhale, release. Send your legs forward on your elbows. Time. Bring the legs up towards the ceiling on this 12 o'clock direction, and then move to the 3 o'clock direction, to the 6 o'clock, to the 9 o'clock. Good. 1 to 12. You're drawing a big circle. Good. Clockwise. Relax the shoulders. Relax any area that is not necessary in this moment. One more circle in this direction. And then the other direction. Take your time. Three more. Next exhale, shift it forward, side plank on your hand or on your elbow. Same thing to the other side. Back to the center, low plank. Drop down your knees, send your legs forward, bridge pose. option for a little stretching at your upper arms, the chest. You can squeeze your shoulder blades inward and find your fingers interlaced. The next exhale, slowly bring the pelvis down. Hug both of your knees in. Gentle rocks to the side. Bring the left leg down to the ground. And then the right knee all the way cross over to the left side until it touches the ground. And then extend your right arm out. Turn your head over to the right. Next exhale, slowly come back to the center. Hug both of your knees in, gentle right sides. Right leg down. And then bring the left knee all the way across over to the right. Till the knee touches the ground. Extend your left arm out. Turn your head over to the left. The next exhale, slowly return to the center. Hug both of your knees in. Gentle rocks to the side. Option to find a happy baby where you grab the bottom of the feet. Happy baby is easy for you. Consider straight out your legs. Drop down your feet as wide as your mat. Windshield wipers, both of your knees to the left. This time we're really slow, both of your knees to the right. Now your own pace, left and right. And the next time when both of your knees are on the left side, lift up your left foot and place it on top of your right knee. And we stay here. Next exhale, release both of your knees to the right side. And bring the right foot on top of your left knee. And stay. The next exhale slowly release. Windshield wiper one more time. At this moment, you're welcome to do any pose we have not covered yet. Otherwise, it's time for the Shavasana pose. During Shavasana, if you feel the lower back off the ground and creating even just a slightly discomfort, the best thing to do is to elevate your knees so that the lower back is sealed on the ground. If you don't have a bolster, you can just bend your knees. To bolster. Slowly bring the right palm to the heart center. And the left palm to the lower belly, the core center. Feel the body. Feel this moment of existing. Send this body your loving kindness, compassion, gratitude, and patience. May this body be strong and healthy. May this mind be clear and wise. May this heart be kind and brave. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, the wrists, ankles, and slowly wake up the body and find your way into a sitting posture. Bring the palms together to the heart and chin down. We honor this time, this space, this practice, and the people beside us. May the long-time sunshine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Namaste. Thank you for joining me this morning.
It's a very good class. Thank you.
Good job, Melanie.